Welcome to Supersize versus Superskinny. This week's feeding clinic residents are Supersize fat and sugar junkie Danni and the food-phobic who never finishes a meal, Superskinny Vicki, in one of the most emotional swaps ever.
It's disgusting.
I don't know how she's going to manage, and that is really frightening.
It makes me feel sick.
They're checking in for a 5-day stay at Dr. Christian Jessen's feeding clinic. Plus, our eating disorder sufferers face up to their low self-esteem with a visit to a spa.
I don't like how I look. A bit embarrassed about them seeing my protruding bones.
This week's Supersizer is 29-year-old Danni Brooke from Lincolnshire.
I absolutely love food. I love cooking food, I love eating food, I love shopping for food. I'm a bit of a foodaholic.
Danni has quite an obsession.
I like cakes, I like biscuits, cakes, sweets, chocolate, cakes. There's so much variety. Why would you get bored of cake?
This mum of two's appetite is well and truly supersized.
My portion sizes are large. I will eat probably 2 platefuls for my dinner. And unfortunately, the portions have just got bigger, and I've just got bigger. I need to make this change for myself because my health is going to start to change. I have young children. I want them to have their mum around for as long as I'm meant to be here. So I need help.
And Danni knows where to get it. She's checking into the feeding clinic where Dr. Christian Jessen gives her a full medical to find out how her diet is affecting her health. At 24 stone 5, Danni is a frightening 15 stone overweight. At 5'8", she should weigh between 9.5 and 10.5 stone.
In my head, I'm Claudia Schiffer. I'm fit, I'm bubbly, I'm vivacious, I'm confident. Up here, I'm fine. Then I look down and it all goes wrong.
You're obviously eating too much, which is why you're the size that you are, but how did that all start?
I think a lot of it was sort of learned behaviour as a child, and I was always told to kind of finish my plate, and I guess as I've grown up, my portions have just got bigger.
So it's 29 years of habit, in a way.
Unfortunately.
Do you use food to try and satisfy emotions?
Yes, I do.
It's a very knowing smile.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I do use food. I use food when I'm happy, when I'm angry, when I'm sad. It's my constant companion.
You have 2 young kids. How old are they?
3.5 and 2.
I mean, please tell me they're not eating the same way that you are.
No, not at all. I'm actually quite, not obsessive, but I'm quite certain that I give them as best a healthy diet as I can.
Danni's not doing this just for herself.
The health implications weigh on my mind. You know, I want her to enjoy the children now, to be able to run around and play with them, which she can't always do. She's the cement in our family that keeps everything together.
Getting you to eat healthy and getting you to be a healthy weight and improve your diet will influence your kids and have as much effect on your kids as it will on you. You can't look after your kids because you get ill, because you have a heart attack, a stroke, diabetes. You're not going to be able to look after your kids at all.
But Danni's not the only diet disaster checking into the feeding clinic. It's time to meet her fellow diet swapper, super skinny 21-year-old Vicki Smith from Glasgow.
If I'm angry, anxious, upset, worried, any sort of thing like that, where I'm just generally not happy, I don't have an appetite at all.
Vicki is a security guard with irregular shifts, and this has left her with irregular eating habits.
I tend to leave a large portion of my meals because of the times I finish work at. It's quite late at night when I'm eating.
But when Vicki is eating, it's not exactly a varied, balanced diet.
I eat toasties near enough every day. Cheese, ham, tomato, cut it into 4 like a child. I always leave the crust. I'm 21 now and want to start a family, so I need to have a healthy relationship with food from starting from now and for the rest of my life. I need to get it fixed.
And the man to fix it for Vicki is Dr. Christian. 5'3" Vicki should weigh between 8 and 9 stone, but at a tiny 6 stone 4, she's 2 stone underweight.
When I look in the mirror, I would see skin and bone. Hate let my hips stick out, no boobs, no bum, really, really skinny arms. I just don't feel like a woman, I just feel like a wee girl.
How has this happened? What are your eating habits like?
I think it started since I got my braces in. I think that's a big part in it. So my eating habits changed and started taking the crusts off food. And
Because eating was difficult with braces?
yes, and when I just got the braces in, I was on soup and ice cream and that, things like that for weeks because that's all I could manage.
So you sort of taught yourself how to eat
Yeah.
small amounts of food at that stage. But then how does it make you feel, energy levels and that sort of thing? Does it affect that?
I've not got much energy at all, and I'm always really, really tired, and I don't like to go out much or anything like that because I can't find anything to wear. So it really is affecting my life in a big way.
But Vicki's limited diet could be limiting her chances of becoming a mum.
I've had 2 ectopic pregnancies, which is really unfortunate for me and Chris. It was really, really upsetting, and I had to get an operation to remove one of my fallopian tubes, and the one remaining is badly scarred, so we were then told that I would have to go for IVF, which I'm currently on the waiting list for and really looking forward to. So it'd be good to have the weight on for that as well.
She's lost a wee bit of confidence in herself. If she feels happier with putting on weight, then I'm happy, totally happy with that.
We need to get you eating properly and at a healthy body weight if you want to have good chances of the IVF working and if you're going to carry a healthy baby and bring up a healthy baby, aren't you?
I definitely don't want any of my bad habits going on to my children. I couldn't cope with that, so I need to deal with it now.
Danni and Vicki's appetites are poles apart, but before finding out how different their diets are, it's time Supersize met Superskinny.
Hi, I'm Danni.
Lovely to meet you.
How much do you weigh?
6 stone 4.
Then I probably weighed your size when I was 10.
My goodness, she is tiny. I think the top of my arm is about the size of her thigh. So, yeah, there's a bit of a difference there.
I was pretty shocked. The size difference between me and Danni is absolutely ridiculous.
To make Danni eat less and Vicki eat more, they're going to be swapping diets for the next 5 days. But first, they need to know what's on the menu this week.
Vicki, we're going to start with you, so let's start with your breakfast, OK? Wow, that looks like a yummy breakfast. What's that?
Toasty.
Let's have a look. What else? Oh, look. You really like toasties, don't you? Is that all you have for breakfast?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. What else is there to come? Oh, hallelujah. Something slightly different. Looks like a bit of black pudding and a bit of egg. So lunch is going to be more exciting, more varied, more flavourful.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? No, nor do I. Oh, look, what a surprise. More toasties. You're going to grow to love toasties by the end of this. Is eating a pleasure for you?
Not right now, no.
It's not. OK, finally, dinner time. Do you really eat all of that? 2 whole Yorkshire puddings?
Yeah, I enjoy stuff like that a lot more.
So if you enjoy that, why isn't this sort of thing more part of your diet than those relentless toasties?
Because they're not fitting into my lifestyle, and I don't know how to fit it into my lifestyle, and that's something I need to try and do.
All right, let's see some more. And that looks like a bit of chicken curry and rice. Do you eat the whole lot?
No, I usually leave half.
You're an adult woman in a busy job, and that's your week's worth of food, 3 meals a day.
Is that
Are you shocked by that?
I'm really, really shocked.
And so she should be. The amount recommended for an adult is 2,000 calories a day, but she's taking on just 1,500. That's what doctors advise for a 4-year-old.
Without supplementation, you're at risk of having a problematic pregnancy. OK, so this is vital. We stop this now. Yes? Agreed?
Definitely.
OK, Danni, it's your turn now. Oh, a bit of cake. That's a nice breakfasty thing, isn't it?
I was hungry and it was there, so I didn't think about anything else. I just
OK, that's a very good, honest answer, actually.
Yeah.
And I suspect that will be the answer to a lot of this.
Yeah, probably.
Let's have a look at what else there is. And what are you spreading on your toast here? Chocolate spread?
Chocolate spread or peanut butter.
Let's see what else there is. Delicious. Yogurts. OK, that's a normal breakfast thing. I'll let you have that. There we go. Lunches. lemon meringue pie and a load of chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, look, Mum's homemade cake. Wow, and some really big quarter pounders, 2 of them. What are your dinners like?
Mostly homemade, if I'm honest.
Curry. Yep, and good old burgers back in there again. Pizza, plus chips.
Yeah. Chili.
2 pasties there and 2 muffins. So you snack a little bit during the day as well? Mm-hmm. More cake, and more cake, and more cake. There were quite a lot more snacks to come, weren't there?
Danni's gorging on 3,800 calories a day. She's eating enough for almost 2 women.
You're a sugar and fat junkie, is the bottom line, isn't it? Because up here, you think they make you feel better. What we have to do is get you liking yourself a little bit more. We can make you feel happier, but we can do it in different ways, healthier ways.
I couldn't believe the quantity of food. No vegetables, no fruit, just rubbish. I was horrified, absolutely horrified.
When I seen all the food going down Danni's tubes, it's everything that I don't like. Cakes, I hate cakes, pastries, disgusting. Chocolate spreads and that for breakfast, that's sickly.
For somebody of her size to be faced with the amount of food that I eat in one sitting, I don't know how she's going to manage. And that is really frightening.
This week's feeding clinic residents are cake addict Danni and 4 times lighter Superskinny Vicki, who never finishes a meal. They've swapped diets to help Danni realise she can eat less and to push Vicki to eat bigger portions and more varied meals. Tonight's the first meal of the swap, and for Vicki there's 2 supersized portions of homemade pork curry, rice, salad and naan bread washed down with Diet Cola. Danni's dinner is a chicken tikka ready meal and a glass of full sugar fizzy pop.
I mean, this is a normal sized portion for most people, so I'll be absolutely fine with this.
You might not be fine, Danni, when you realise that Vicki has a habit of never finishing a meal.
Normally I would leave half of that, so I hope that's sitting okay with it.
It's not so normal a portion after all, but
No.
fair enough, OK.
I'm struggling to get through the first plate, never mind the second.
I guess just try what you can do.
I think eating's like become my second job. It's like a task now.
As Danni stops, Vicki's still got another plateful to go. In this one meal, she's facing as much as she'd normally eat in a couple of days.
I think that's me out.
You think you're finished, but you've actually got pudding too.
Pudding is a bowl of chocolate-covered peanut sweets.
I wish I could share them with you.